Okay, Duke Jackson. White women destroyed her black boyfriend's self esteem by telling him this.
Number one, white women are a lot more submissive and more feminine. They're more compliant. I don't know what it is, but maybe because how black guys carry themselves, they appreciate the masculine energy, and the women are more compliant. They're not giving you a headache, whereas black women are more masculine in general on average, and they give black men a lot of headache. So a lot of black men turn to white women or Asians or Hispanics because they're more compliant. They're willing to follow the man's lead, especially if he's somebody of high quality. And then number three is they're less of a headache, to be honest. A lot of guys that I know who date outside of their race, they're a lot more happier. There's a lot less drama. There's a lot less fighting. Just in general, on average. I'm not saying all black women are headaches, but in general, a lot of white women are less of a headache. They're less confrontational when dealing with black men, from my perspective, from my own experiences at least. So, anyways, that was just what I wanted to share to you guys.
Rivia Chivi. Black women respect men, just not black men.
I don't believe some of our women have an issue serving men. I believe some of our women have an issue serving men that look like us. Because some of our women will go out there and they'll serve men that look nothing like them. Yes, sir, I'll open up for you. You need me to come in early? Okay, yes, sir, no problem. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir? But let it be someone who looks just like you. Y'all, this man is tripping right now. He wants me to come in at 6 to open up. Can you believe that? No, I'm not doing it. These people too much. It's like we've been conditioned to think that serving or submitting to men that look like us is an issue. But we'll faithfully submit and serve to men who look nothing like us. Men who continue to shackle us and conditioning our minds to think that not black is less than. Some of y'all don't even realize the royalty that lies within our heritage. And some of you might not even care. If we want to see a strong black nation, we first must reestablish order, make submission and service to righteous black men great again.
Who really chooses black women? Now I am sure you have heard by now that black women require completely different standards for black men. Non-black men just have to be non-black. As you can see, he can be short, hood, a bum, and a stay-at-home father. Yes, you heard that right. Non-black men do not have to work as long as they get with a black woman. A non-black man that is considered an incel, aka not a catch in his own community, can just get with a black woman and never have to work again. Passport Sis went to some Asian country to make some box-faced Asian man a stay-at-home father who just sits around and plays video games. The black woman works, cleans, cooks, and takes care of her child while he just sits around. Who really chooses black women?
Beautiful lies. Misguided woman wants black men to submit. Passport bros, it is time to leave.
But I wanted you to hear it one time straight through, and we're about to go back through it.
Every day I get online, men are always complaining about black women, at least black men. Black women.
Every day I get online, men are always complaining about black women, at least black men.
These black women, our name just always in y'all mouth. Black women are submissive towards black men, how white women are submissive to white men. Well, because the white man is the slave master.
She said because the white man is the slave master. Where have you ever heard anything like this in any other culture, in any other demographic of people? I haven't seen it. I haven't heard it. It's rough to hear her say this. And it made me, I'm not mad about it. It makes me sad. And I'm going to explain this. So the white man is the white master. All right. Or is the slave master. So let's go.
The rest of the people are the slaves. Why would I submit
All the rest of the people are the slaves.
to a slave? I don't submit to no slave. I submit to my slave master, which is the white man. But
She submits to her slave master, which is the white man. But here's where it gets real heavy, y'all.
I would never submit to no slave, which is the black man.
Hmm.
You supposed to submit just like me. Why would I be submissive towards you when you got?
She said she would never submit to no slave, which is the black man. So she used the word, and this is a word I do not like using, is the word never. Never will make a fool out of you more often than not. And after that, she actually said that we're supposed to be submitting to. So not only does she put herself in a position of subjugation, but she wants to drag us along in that boat as well. The lovely ladies wonder why black men are catching flights, why black men are seeking their long-term female partners overseas. They wonder.
Somebody you need to be submissive towards too.
We need to be submissive towards them too, is what she's saying. Absolutely unbelievable.
are highly adaptable. That's how we survive. That's how a woman survives, is by being highly adaptable. We will be anything we think we need to be. But the back of the hand is weak sense of self. We lose ourselves like that. And women say this all the time. God, I lost myself in that job. I lost myself in that relationship. I lost myself in my family. Ladies, raise your hand if you relate to this. You lose yourself. Keep your hands up. You want the guys to see this. You're like, look around. We lose ourselves all the time. We have such a weak sense of self. This is why we're so affected by criticism. When a man is criticized, you measure the criticism against yourself. We don't have that. We're overwhelmed by the criticism because we are externally motivated. There's two things that make us externally motivated. One is what I just talked about, that we think our life depends upon pleasing you. So we've got to become whatever will please you. The other thing that makes us externally motivated is diffuse awareness. You tell us who I need to be. My environment tells me what I need to do. I don't pick. Can you see it? Your criticism tells me who I need to be. And my environment tells me what I need to do. I don't choose. I don't decide.
Dearest M, men checking out abroad for love and modern women are upset.
Men are so easy. All you need to do is be naked, do sex. That's all you need to do.
Asian is sexual, unhygienic, unsanitary, unhealthy, unathletic, lazy, non-prudish, non-squeamish, no sex drive, attainable, not clingy, unlimited pain tolerance physically and mentally. Negroes non-sexual, hygienic, sanitary, healthy, athletic, hardworking, prudish, squeamish, high sex drive, unattainable, clingy, limited pain tolerance physically and mentally. WB Kids, Scooby-Doo, Mind Control.
So heavy. You are very relaxed and whatever, that kind of stuff. Anyway, you're going to become very, very brave, confident, fearless, heroic, powerful, unstoppable.
TikTok tea with Cece. Man goes viral for calling straight men out. Some straight men don't like women. Is this a thing?
In this world, there are straight men who do not like women.
Everything this man says in this video is spot on. Some men cannot stand the fact that women are our own beings and we have our own thought process, our own way of doing things. We have our own womanhood. We have our own femininity. We have our own energy. We have our own requirements. The list goes on and on. Ladies, stay away from these types of men.
Get going with Mary Jane in. Why men don't like women and see them as tools.
Some men are placing women on pedestal. You don't place humans on pedestal because they are not perfect. You place statue, artwork, sculpted works on pedestal because you can make them to perfections and not humans, not women. When you place something on pedestal, you are idolizing that thing. You are idealizing that thing. And when you idealize something, they are viewed through the lens of perfection or superiority. Their positive qualities may be exaggerated, while your shortcomings and imperfections may be minimized or ignored. So you don't place people on pedestal. Idealizing someone can hinder genuine, authentic connection, intimacy in a relationship. It may prevent communication, vulnerability, and acceptance of each other's humanity, including flaws and vulnerability. Placing women on pedestal might make you have unrealistic expectations from them. You would expect them to behave in a certain way, give a certain action, a certain achievement from them. When they're not coming forth, it leads to disappointment because no one can live up to an idealized image. It's not possible. No human being is perfect.
In this world, there are straight men who do not like women.
I think there are men out there who genuinely don't like women as well. And I think they just like what women can do for them. They love our utility. They want you to cook. They want you to clean. They want you to have their children, but they don't want you to have a say in anything. They want something to be dominated, something to be controlled, even in the way that they're intimate, smashing. They don't want to call it making love, smashing, pounding. Like everything is very violent towards women. Some men don't like women. They just like what women can do for them. And I think that's why some single men are so upset with single women these days is because they wanted all of your utility. And now the women are saying, I don't want your wedding ring. I want respect. And they're like, oh no, the price is too high. Some of them want the benefits of all of our feminine gifts without giving us anything in exchange. And a relationship, a healthy one, there is an exchange of give and take. You can't just be the taker.
Causing riots. No, Max is a good kid. He'd never get mixed up in something like that.
Priscilla Boy. Some married men secretly hate their wives.
And in the eyes of patriarchy, there can be no relationship without control.
Destiny UT. Men are speaking on the topic not liking women.
World, there are straight men who do not like women.
Say some men don't like women for real. I'm not questioning your sexuality. I mean, you don't see women as people. There are certain men that only see you as an object to have with, an object for status or power, but they don't see you as a human being. They don't see you as equal. That's why they want you to serve them. That's why they keep throwing this word submissive around every which way, because some men don't want a wife, they want a slave. Some men don't want a mind, they want a trophy. Some men don't want your heart, they want your box. What I'm telling you, lady, is run fastest away from these men. And I'm going to give you the run fastest from these men starter pack. Any man that excessively uses the word delusional, run away from this man. Women are delusional. They delusional. These delusional women. Starter pack. He excessively uses the word accountability. Run fast. He probably don't like women that much. Any men that don't like women, but they're unattracted to men and they have no choice but to deal with you. And they act like it, don't they? Like these men don't like women for real. They don't bond with women. They don't emotionally connect with women. They prefer to be around men. They respect men. They get along with men. They see men as their equals. They do not view you as it. But the only reason they're with you is because they're not attracted to the men. If it wasn't for or power, they wouldn't be with you. I need y'all to watch out for these men. Actually inquire about whether this man actually like women. Not if you're hetero. My question to you is, do you actually like women? There's so many men.
Get going with Mary Jane in Why Men Don't Like Women and See Them as Tools.
But men will marry women who serve them, who are submissive and obedient and who know their place.
Negroes ruler, unsubmissive. Asians subordinate, submissive. A leader, a follower. Negro selfish. The heart of all Negro, villain traits mentally. Asian selfless. The heart of all Asian, hero traits mentally.
But men will marry women who serve them, who are submissive and obedient and who know their place. Because as I've said, in the eyes of patriarchy, there can be no relationship without control.
Destiny Utin. Men are speaking on the topic not liking women.
What I say was, got you thinking.
The most eye-opening thing I ever learned about men was from my college human sexuality class, where the professor told us that men don't actually like women. Not all men. Sure, but hang in. He said that the way that our society socializes boys to, quote, become men is not to tell them how to be men. It's just to teach them how to not be women. Don't cry, be a man. Don't be a pussy, be a man. Don't be weak, be a man. Don't be sensitive, be a man. Don't like those things. Those are girl things.
All right, ladies, we got another one. She says men don't actually like good women. And I am here to confirm that that is completely false. See, what y'all have to understand is the things that y'all may think is good in yourselves, men may not see the same thing. I'm going to give you a quick example. I'm going to take you through the mind of a guy for 1 second. You may think that you have a great personality, but the moment you meet a guy and he actually gets to know you and you start to open up to him and you start to show your vulnerable side, he may not like that vulnerable side that you are showing to him, and he can get completely turned off. Still following me? Good. Because I'm going to give you one more good example. You may think the degrees that you got from college, the money that you make from your business or your job, or the material things that you have makes you a good woman. But guess what, ladies? To a guy, none of that means nothing. So I say all of that to say that the things that women see in other women and may think that is good, men do not see the same. So ladies, take notes.
Don't like those things. Those are girl things. And the tool we use to do that kind of socializing, to steer them away from feminine things, is shame. And you just can't go your whole life being told that the worst thing you could do is be like a woman and expect to actually like women at the end of that. So they will sexually pursue women, but they don't actually like them as people.
I'm truly and authentically wondering at this point, do we hate women?
Oof, I'm a therapist and a clinical psychologist. My research area focuses on patriarchal oppression of AFAB women and queer people, and I would absolutely love to answer this question. The answer is yes, men do actually hate women, or at least they don't like women. They like having sex with female anatomy. They like having sex with vulvas and vaginas, but they don't actually like women. And this is really easy to see. All you have to do is scroll TikTok for a couple minutes and you'll see men talking about how much they hate women. In general, men see women first as objects and second as people. They see something that they take from women and women give to them. Unfortunately, this also means that it's something that they do to women rather than with women most of the time. So to answer the question, no, men don't actually like women. They just like having female anatomy. And because the whole thing is transactional, everything that they do outside of that is just to get to having sex with you and using your anatomy.
In the world, there are straight men who do not like women.
Okay, y'all, do not mind the sweat and whatever else you see happening. I'm in New Orleans for Essence Fest, and it is hot as all get up out of here. And anyway, I was scrolling, trying to get a mental mind break, and I came across this video, and I had to connect with it because this is so true. This is so real. I feel like it's not even just some straight men don't like women. I honestly feel like it's either, if it's not the majority, it's a significant amount of straight men don't actually like women. And I feel qualified to say this because I'm a queer woman, I'm a bisexual woman. I've dated people in the past regardless of gender, right? Because of who they were as people. And I have to be honest and say I love women. I think women are incredible, divine, powerful creatures, especially Black women, right? And the idea that you couldn't name something you really truly enjoy outside of with women is problematic enough. But I will go one further because I actually think that a lot of these straight men who don't like women also don't really like having sex with women, because I'm trying to understand, and general patterns, experiences over time, conversations with other women about their level of pleasure, and the other piece is the is very real, y'all. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically the vast majority of women, more than 2/3, when they have a same partner, but when they have a male partner, right, less than 1/3 do. So that's a gap. And I kind of just have to wonder, does the gap exist because there are so many straight men who actually do not like women, right? Because otherwise, why would it exist? Why would you not just be so grateful to be loving up on that bodacious body for as long as it took in order to make it happen, unless you really just don't like women? So I think this guy is absolutely real. again, and it's not just about they don't like women. It's like there's a lot of straight guys out there that don't even like having sex with women, right? They like the idea of the power and control over a woman. They like the idea of conquering and domineering. They like the idea of being an alpha, but they don't actually like women.
World, there are straight men who do not like women. I'm gonna explain. Let me cook. Just let me cook. I asked in the football locker room once. I said, "Hey, bros, like, what's something that y'all like about women that's not sexual or physical or any of that?" Crickets. So then they tried to flip it. They tried to ask me the same question. I said, "Okay, you know, I feel like women are nurturers. I feel like you can let your guard down a lot around women. I feel like you can be a lot softer around women. You ain't got to be on no tough guy, macho man all day." I feel like it's amazing hearing the female's perspective for once. You feel me? Like they sense of humor is a lot different. It's so many reasons that I can go on and on about why I like women, right? And like then on the internet, right, we see podcasts all the time, multiple podcasts, and the hosts, they whole topic of discussion is just degrading women and just saying how horrible females are and why men need to put their guard up and protect themselves. And I'm like, bro, like, do y'all like, and I don't know the name for it. I feel like we can all kind of connect and, you know, we can agree that there is a name for it. I'm not going to say it, but it's just very, very weird. We can just call it weird. That's why I'd be thrown off. Like when, oh, Mason, you a lover boy. I'd be like, how are you not like that? Like you don't like your girl? Like what the, like, how don't you like your girl? So I personally, I don't want to put a name to it. You feel me? I don't want to get canceled, but I just want to say, don't ignore the signs. Like any guy that gets a thrill out of degrading women, any guy that runs under his boys the moment after he get done doing girl and he goes to them to get the satisfaction and the validation for whatever they did, it's a name for that. And I'm gonna just label it weird. Yeah.
Get going with Mary Jane N. Why men don't like women and see them as tools.
This is so much facts. Straight men don't like women. End of story. That is the biggest fact I've ever heard. And we all know that to be true. We all know that. Men hate women. Are you kidding me?
Men don't like themselves. People who can't share love with other people and tell other people that they like them and communicate effectively and be vulnerable with their emotions, it's because they also can't do those things for themselves. The reason sometimes men have a really hard time complimenting women is because they never compliment themselves. Every single thing that is wrong with men, they do that to themselves. That's why I don't envy them. You know, when we talk about, oh, men are so shit to women in relationships, they treat women like this, they also do that to themselves. They're not having fun in their head. They're not having a good time. Hateful men are hateful towards themselves.
World, there are straight men who do not like women.
Priscilla Boy. Some married men secretly dislike, hate their wives.
Asking men for advice about getting married, and now that I'm 4 years in, I realize that a lot of these men didn't like their wives.
Hey, y'all. So that young man I just stitched brought up an amazing point, and I'm so happy to hear a man admit to this and say this out loud. So go back and watch his original video. But he did a thing and he found out that, you know, men don't like women. His married friends don't like their wives. I've been saying this for years. And listen, I love men, good men. I love good men that are real men. But the rest of them, I'm like, ugh. One of the things I discovered years and decades ago, actually, is that men don't really like women. So many men hate their wives. If you ever like in the workplace and you hear a dude talking about his wife, it's always very disparaging comments. It's like crazy. It's like, bruh, do you not even like your wife? What the fuck? You know, men don't like women. This is totally my conjecture, so do with this what you will. A lot of times men don't like women because we're not men. They want men, but they can't admit it due to societal pressures.
Get going with Mary Jane N. Why men don't like women and see them as tools. Priscilla Boy. Some married men secretly dislike, hate their wives.
I used to go around asking men for advice about getting married, and now that I'm 4 years in, I realize that a lot of these men didn't like their wives. After I posted that video, this comment read, "Can you talk more about liking your wife?" So many men seem to generally dislike and seem to be annoyed by women. They love but don't like. What I've both seen and learned as I've grown is that men will marry women who serve them even if they don't like them. That's how patriarchy conditions them. For example, if you ask a cis man what he likes about his partner, he'll soon begin listing the ways in which he serves him. You know what I mean? Like, I think society conditions men to not like women. Like, you love them, you feel a sense of duty towards them, you get one and you take care of them because that's what men do, we're taught. And you're hearing your whole life from church, the men in your life, the media, that women talk too much. They're disagreeable. Well, they're emotional. Cis men tend to like other men in non-romantic ways. They like being around their guys and spending time with them. And sometimes these men talk to each other about how much they don't like their wives. But men will marry women who serve them, who are submissive and obedient and who know their place.
Negroes ruler, unsubmissive. Asians subordinate, submissive. A leader, a follower. Negro selfish. The heart of all Negro villain traits mentally. Asian selfless. The heart of all Asian hero traits mentally.
But men will marry women who serve them, who are submissive and obedient and who know their place. Because as I've said, in the eyes of patriarchy, there can be no relationship without control. All liking someone is feeling attraction towards them or taking pleasure in them, delighting in them. Like, I like my wife. I like talking to her and being around her. Even if we're not doing stuff together, I feel better knowing that we're occupying the same space. I like her laugh and the way she speaks. Sometimes I just like watching her exist. Something about it fills me up, inspires me, reminds me. Like, she's my person, my favorite person. Seeing her makes me feel happy and safe. Yes, we're people that argue. Sometimes we annoy each other. But because we like each other, it doesn't take long for either of us to begin a resolution. Because who wants to not be talking to someone they actually like for the sake of pride? Thank you for watching, and like and follow for more content.
Destiny UT. Black men speak on men marrying women they don't love.
And this is the reason why a lot of men end up marrying somebody who's a maid but not a friend.
Bro. I'm gonna throw some your way, and I want you to answer that.
This is the reason why she's washing your clothes. She's doing everything that you want her to do, but you don't want to talk to her. She easily irritates you because you don't even like her.
That's what I want to get to. Thank you for going there.
You don't even like her,
bro. I've talked to several married men who told me that they don't like their wives. I asked them, "Well, are you at least friends with your wife?" They're like, "Friends."
I bet they do. I bet they do everything for them, though. They do everything for them, though.
Can I say something?
You make enough money to marry a maid. I mean, to hire a maid. I mean, and then marry a friend, right?
Wow.
If you want, if that's what you want, and so what you really want is somebody to cater to your egos,
and your brokenness.
Yeah. Because you didn't get that to Jesus.
Woo. Go ahead. Go, sis.
Can I say something? I have thought it a bit interesting that it does seem like some men enjoy men more than they enjoy women, but they marry women because they're supposed to, but their affections, their time, their energy, their vulnerability is giving space for men more than so.
And this is the reason why a lot of men end up marrying somebody who's a maid.
Go listen to what he says, or listen to what they speak about. I know a lot of people like this as well that never really like their significant other, and they do it out of obligation because it gets the bills done. It gets the bills paid, families taken care of, jobs are this, like things are taken care of off the board, but they're with someone they generally don't like and they're not happy. And because sometimes so much has happened between them for so long, they feel like they can't leave and they can't get out. And so much has happened between them. All the families are intertwined. And they just feel like they're stuck because of all this history and all these decisions that have been made for so long. Oh, boy. You can always...
Men end up marrying somebody who's a maid but not a friend.
So these gentlemen go on to talk about how a lot of men in their circle and men that they've talked to in the interview don't even like their wives because those women are basically in their lives to do domestic labor, to become replacement mothers, and to basically take care of their home. But they're not in love with them. They don't consider these women to be friends. So when we look at the divorce rate, and people keep saying, look at the divorce rate, it's so high, women are leaving in droves. It's because modern day men have been taught and educated to marry women for the wrong reasons. Okay. You have so many podcasters that are out here telling men to look at very, very superficial things when picking their partner. Okay. And I'm just thinking to myself, do you even know this woman? Are you friends with her? Do you even like her as a human being? And a lot of them don't. They just want to know, how well does she cook? What dress size does she wear? And what they can get out of her.
Asian selfless. Negro selfish. Asian subordinate. Negro's ruler.
Easily irritates you because you don't even like her. That's what I want to get to. Thank you for going.
Now, you know what, you guys? I'm listening to these men, and they're the ones that said it. I am just agreeing with them. In general, I think most men do not like women. Most people just like men, and that's it. Hetero men like our, but they don't want that relationship aspect of the relationship, the part that actually makes it a relationship. They want acts of service. Okay? They want to know how you can make their life easier and what you are willing to do for them. Because ultimately, most men are selfish.
Are women more attracted to nice guys or bad boys?
Bad boys, baby. I've had plenty.
So then why should men care about what women want?
They really don't.
But I mean, should they?
Well, yeah.
But then that wouldn't make him a bad boy. That would make him a nice guy. And then women wouldn't be attracted to them, right?
Exactly. Then they find out and dump them.
Darius M. 80-year-old woman exposes the truth about female nature.
What is it about a nice guy that's unattractive and forces you to just start eating him and whatever else and swallowing?
No sense of self. If someone just does whatever I say, or if they immediately apologize, they don't fight with me. It's they're whatever.
This is getting serious.
I don't like that. Put up a fight with me. Show me that you have a sense of self, that you are gonna stand for what you believe in.
Do you feel like if they don't do that, then they're not gonna be able to protect you or take care of you?
Correct, because I'll take control, and it's not gonna be cute.
And you don't like having to take control.
No.
So you want a guy?
She does, but I do a little.
You say that, but you really want a guy who's it's like you're
who would be sit down. I'll be like, all right,
looking for daddy.
Yeah. Correct.
Still waiting. You never came home with the milk, just
no.
Because ultimately, most men are selfish anyway, and they feel like we were put on this earth to serve them. So why would they have loving emotions towards somebody that they see already as someone who's supposed to just service their needs at all times?
But women, isn't that what makes you heroes?
Why would they have loving emotions towards somebody that they see already as someone who's supposed to just service their needs at all times? He got with you, he married you because of what you could do. I can't cook, but she can. I ain't about to clean, but she about to clean. You about to do his laundry. You about to cater to his emotional well-being, be his therapist, make sure he go to his annual physicals every year and get checked out. You about to do all that. He get to sit back and not have to think or worry about a guy thing. That's why men are more lonelier than women when they are single. And that is why relationships, marriage or otherwise, will always benefit a man way more than it will benefit a woman. Because men are succubuses, okay? Because men are succubuses, okay? They are here to consume women, and that's it. They will literally drain your youth and divine feminine energy and life force out of you. And then when you can no longer be drained anymore, he will move on to consume another woman.
You be looking like a steak. I'm trying to get up in that ass and never take a break.
I'll keep my women like Flojo. A word to the thick soul sisters, I want to get with ya. I won't cuss or hit ya, but I gotta be straight when I say I want to. Till the break of dawn.
To consume another woman. That's why y'all gotta stop letting men play y'all like they the prize to be had and to be won, a shiny, bright new toy, and you just got to have it. Because that's not true. And for the most part, they know that. not you. You are the prize. You are their reward. You are the hot commodity, the energy in which they feed off of. That's women. That's you. That's why I always say, if you're in a relationship or whatever, ask him. Don't be afraid. Ask him why he loves you. And if he lists acts of fucking service, don't explain what love is and tell him your version of what love is. No, if he lists off by his own self without a descriptor of acts of service, he's with you for acts of service. Don't read between the lines. Don't try to clarify. He's with you for acts of service. They don't want to have to come home and have bonding time with us and connect emotionally and talk to you and pay attention to you and hear about what you've been up to and how you're feeling and your emotional well-being and making sure you feel secure and safe. They don't care for all that. They doing what they have to do and they going through those emotions, which is like gut-wrenching for most of them, right? So that they can continue to feed off of your And so they know that that's what comes with that. That's why I don't know why they so against sex workers. It would be a lot better for them if and it would be a lot less painful and time consuming for both of y'all because, you know, you wasting my time and I ain't got the time when you can just simply hire a sex worker to pleasure you if all you want is but not the relationship. But I don't understand how y'all will marry and be in such a high level of committed relationship because men love being coupled. See, they don't want y'all to know that they're the ones that really need to be coupled up. But anyways, they will go ahead and marry you and have a whole entire wife just for acts of service and not even like her.
So, and this is the reason why a lot of men end up marrying somebody who's a maid.
Just because a man made a choice of a woman who he does not like, but he can work with to marry does not make him. It just means he compromised in order to be able to get married. It doesn't mean that he's interested in going out and getting and rolling around in the bed with another dude. And frankly, that's a little bit of homophobia on the part of Black people. You are showing us that you have certain judgments about us folk over here. If your man is not liking you, it's because he doesn't like you. It's not because he wants me. It's because he does not like you. He chose the wrong wife. It doesn't mean he chose the wrong person and that he wants someone with it. It means he chose the wrong woman.